Hey, what's up, everybody? I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, and entertainment. We give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. Cool. So let's get into this topic here today. So, as you guys know, we've been holding Victor Wembanyama accountable on this channel. My mom, who's a huge fan of Victor, she's been getting on my case, like, stop talking about Victor Wembanyama and all of this. But I'm like, we got to hold him accountable. You know, if I'm going at LeBron, I got to go at Victor. You know what I mean? I just got to keep... You got to keep things even on the channel. You heard? So anyway, they were talking about Victor not shaking hands at the end of the NBA Finals. We even did a show about it, discussing it just yesterday. But they spoke about it on ESPN yesterday, and then they decided to talk about it on First Take again today. But on today's panel, you had Kendrick Perkins, Cameron, and Stephen A. Smith. And they were talking about it. And then it became time for Kendrick Perkins, who's friends with LeBron. He said he grew up together, they played together as teammates, and he knows LeBron, right? And he usually calls out LeBron James on ESPN for some of his usual antics, right? So Kendrick Perkins now begins to talk, all right? Because they asked him, hey, what's your take on this? And then Kendrick begins to go off like he doesn't have an issue with the handshaking. But then he starts to describe his reasons, because I disagree with him about the handshaking thing. But then he starts to describe the state of affairs of the NBA. How it's the Cupcake era, swapping jerseys, everybody loves everybody, the Kumbaya era, you know, the banana boat era. And I'm like, yo, dog, you're getting so pissed off about this, but the person that ushered in this era is your man LeBron. He's the one. All of these things you're describing with the banana boat crew and all of this swapping jerseys is him. It's him. He's the one that started it. I'm like, Kendrick Perkins is getting at LeBron without even realizing it. The very caliber, the very NBA that he's talking about, that he detests, is the one that LeBron helped create. And you somehow, some way, still call him the GOAT. But yet you're tired of the version of basketball that he ushered in, which is essentially the Cupcake era. But before we even get into this sound, because Kendrick Perkins told on himself, because the person he's referring to is this dude right here that kicked it off. Before we even get into his comments, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Kachava. Now, before we continue, let me tell you something. This year, I got serious about taking care of my body, training, nutrition, all of it. Nothing extreme. I just wanted to take better care of myself. But my days get busy between work, moving around, getting to the gym. Life fills up fast. And when it does, nutrition is the first thing to fall apart. I would skip meals, grab whatever was easy, and feel it by the afternoon. Then I started using Kachava's new travel pack. Just one packet gives you complete nutrition ready for life to go on. Plant-based protein, fiber, greens, vitamins, probiotics, omegas, electrolytes, and more. No artificial flavors, no sweeteners, no soy, no gluten, no preservatives, and no animal products. All the nutrition my body craves in one delicious shake, packed to go. It keeps my energy steady all day, and more importantly, it actually tastes amazing. If you have been meaning to take better care of yourself, this is the easiest place to start. Take your daily ritual with you. Go to Kachava.com and use code DREAMERS for 15% off your first order. That's Kachava, Kachava.com, code DREAMERS. And here's one more thing. If you decide to try it, send us your receipt to DreamersProOfficial@gmail.com, and we will give you 2 months free in the Dreamers Pro community we are building, or 50% off on your future merchandise when we launch it. All right, so what we want to do is we want to play the video for you guys, watch what Kendrick Perkins had to say here, get at LeBron James inadvertently, and then we're going to come back and continue on. Take a look at the video here.
Do you like or dislike what Wemby did, not shaking the hands of the Knicks? Has your mind changed at all?
I love it. I love it. And I'm not the only former player that loves it, because when I got off air yesterday, so many old school OGs of the NBA, former players, hit me up and had to remind me, Larry Bird, he didn't shake hands. Matter of fact, he hated it. Isaiah Thomas, he didn't shake hands. I'm pretty sure we could pull up clips of the late, great Kobe Bryant, and he didn't shake hands either. And I don't even know. I got to go back and check, but in 2008, in 2010, when we lost in the NBA Finals, I don't know if we shook hands. Again, we have to get back to rivalries. We have to get back to guys not liking one another. It is good and great for the game of basketball. Like, people want to tune in to guys really competing and have real hate for one another. Wemby don't like the Knicks, and the Knicks don't like Wemby. I mean, what are we sitting up here talking about? Like, I think, and everybody calling me, the people in the AU space, Perk, you got to teach good sportsmanship. I ain't got to teach nothing. When you get between them lines, it's either me or you. And majority of the times, it's going to be me. Damn it, I'm not with that friendly stuff. And I'm glad Wemby is taking this somewhat villain approach because the league has been missing that. Cam, you better not come on here being soft either, because I know you get tired of turning on your television and watching all the jersey swaps, and that's my partner, and we working out in the off season, and we doing man, we don't need all that. The league is trending in a great place right now. Where we need more rivalries, we need more hate, we need more dislike. It is great for the game of basketball.
So you heard what he had to say. What are my thoughts about this? Kendrick Perkins, dog, you're talking about LeBron, man. The thing that you're talking about is the very thing that a lot of us have complained about. The Cupcake era. Give me a hug. Blow me a kiss. And so from the standpoint of what he's talking about, Wemby, he's talking about, Wemby's willingness to not want to be friends with anybody. His willingness to take things personally and be nasty at times. I get that part. And that's one of the things I applauded Wemby for. If you go back and look at the videos that we did, I'm like, yes, he's bringing back that old school energy. And it's something that a lot of people applauded. We wanted that back. We wanted the competition. We loved the fact that Wemby got pissed off at the All-Star. We loved that because the NBA has been missing that. But that doesn't mean we get to excuse unsportsmanlike behavior. He brought up Kobe Bryant not shaking hands. That's a damn lie. There is no time. Even in the 2008 finals that they lost to the Celtics, Kobe went and shook their hands. He went and congratulated them. We talked about this yesterday on the channel. With tears flowing in his eyes, Kobe walked up to those Celtics players, Kevin Garnett and all of them, and congratulated them. And you guys know as you know how ferocious of a competitor Kobe Bryant was. So two things can be true. Yes, Victor is bringing back that gully energy. Yes, he's doing all of that. But this era of basketball that you're talking about, that you're upset about, LeBron is the one. He's the architect of it. He's like the dawn of not wanting to take criticism, to the point where he got people all over the media covering his back. Right? And my thing was, no, let's call it out early and we nip it in the bud early before it turns into a bigger issue. But in terms of the Cupcake era, you have LeBron to thank for that. The teaming up and kumbaya, I got a handshake for everybody in the NBA and we all, that's him. He is literally the king of that. He is the one that is behind that. And I just thought that it was interesting to point that out. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comments. When we catch you on the next show, I'm out. Peace.